Divine Equality, I Justice. I had Dalhu, Khalid Allah, two brothers, Khalid, Lil Khalid from Coney Island. Al Jamal was out there with us a couple years back. Raheem, Minister. I mean, a lot of these brothers like influenced me, but the main two that I like, cause they were so smooth. They was partners, and they would double team you. I liked how they just handled themselves. You know, you couldn't get one of them. Because they stuck up for each other, the way they built. They always stood together, they always together. You thought you was getting him, he'd interrupt, he'd come get you to another way. But it was just ill, man, the way they did that. The way they floor matted, they wisdom, and everything they done. I seen God for real, you know? And then I had to be a nut sometime and play games one time. And that's the first time I ever experienced getting knocked out. The brother knocked me out, I Justice. Because when I came out of school, you know, he always used to get us in the cipher, and I walked in the cipher with a ham and cheese, not spice ham and cheese. I never forget that shit that we used to get from the corner store. And I had it, and I took it out and started eating it while he was talking. He smacked in my hand. Next thing I know, when I woke up, that's right, he hit me, and I was a kid. He hit me. They said, man, I should take you home to your mother, man. But he knew who my mother was anyway, because he was gonna go tell on me anyway. You know, but he wasn't gonna tell what he did. Peace God. He was gonna tell some other shit that he seen me do, and that was gonna lure me into him. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that was my life, and they had me so like, God, I had to climb down a tree in the backyard to get out. Every corner these brothers was on. I mean, if I came out on 29th Street, they were standing on that corner. If I came on 28th Street, they were standing on that corner. I mean, we couldn't get away from them, because Coney Island only had 3 avenues, Surf, Mermaid, and Neptune. And then from 37th Street to West 8th Street. That's how big Coney Island was. It was no more. So you can't get away from them. And they knew the blocks that we walked out of, so we was trying to get away, you couldn't. And they distilled it in us too. After a while, you get so used to it, and you hear it so much too, you know, it became to be us. So around about 1967, 68, that's when I was old enough and mature enough to like take it in for myself, like, all right, this is what you have to do, you know? Well, I was so much mature because I never hung out with young brothers. I was hung out with the older, they was all older than me, so I was so mature, and then I learned it so well, I was so swift too. It was just that I was just on some shit, this ego shit lady. I knew what I was talking about. You can't stop me now. And I would bomb your ass. I knew how to fight. Like, everything was perfect for me. I would beat you up if you wasn't right. It was just, everything was moving like in that pace that I seen God for real come alive in me. I can't speak about everybody else, but I seen the beginning of what that meant, how to enforce that. You know, where I had to balance it out, because at one time, if I didn't balance, I made a name for myself. They used to call me a dragon. And you know, dragon don't do nothing but breathe fire, and you tear everything in your way. You ain't building when you're a dragon, you destroying. Because you burn 10 things down. Every time you open your mouth, you breathing fire. Breathing fire, you burning shit up. You ain't building, you tearing it down. So I had to realize, you know what I'm saying, that I was better than that too. And I turned about 15, 16 of them. Brother named Sincere and them, they came to me. Because they knew my pops. I went from another stage to another stage when I moved to Fort Greene. I was a kid, you know what I'm saying? Right. And they just stealing me. Yo, man, you so sharp and you so intelligent. His brother named Bahar. So you ever thought about taking all that strength and that tough shit and put it into school? And he said, what I want you to do, I want you to go back to school. He said, first off, because I was on the 3rd grade read level. And I couldn't read, do nothing. So since he's a newspaper person, he gave me the newspaper. Sign showed me how to do it, and Bahar gave me this dictionary. I never forget. And they want me to read that newspaper every day, look up the words, and I had to write it out and bring it back to Sahin. I had to do this shit every day for these niggas, man. And I had to figure out, and I learned fast. And I went back to school, I did it, I passed and got my GED and stuff, I passed everything, and I went to John Jay College for criminal law. And I did that less than 4 or 5 years time, and it worked for me. Like they say, what I tell you? Told you could do different, you know what I'm saying? Right. And then I went into the Marine Corps. When I went into the service, I had knowledge. And that's where a lot of my problems, because I went there now, I'm going through something that I ain't never experienced. You know, I got a rifle in my hand now, I'm learning combat, I got wars, you know, all that shit on my mind, so it's totally different now. Now I see me maturing, growing into this warrior more than anything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's always, I always laid myself, I'm a warrior, God. You know what I'm saying?
If Mecca did this.